I realize we're over 48 hours removed from that debacle in the Lions Cowboys game, but still, I just can't stop thinking about it. I mean, because doesn't that game illustrate the word irony? Because there's the almighty, all powerful NFL. You know, that organization that has problems with the state of New Jersey legalizing sports gambling, as do all the other leagues, because one of the reasons dealing with integrity, one of the reasons that, God forbid, gambling in New Jersey, it's just going to cause irreparable harm to the league. Oh, but it's okay to bet on fantasy sports. Yeah, that's no problem because fantasy sports, that's not gambling, right? Really? Is there money transpired? It's gambling. That's it. Bottom line, it's gambling. It's a nice, fun type of gambling, but it's gambling nonetheless. But there you have the NFL. And of course, let's also point out that the NFL has no problem with playing games in London, where, gee, I don't think anything's changed since I spent a month overseas a couple of years ago, where I could walk down any street and place a bet in any corner betting shop or parlor, as we call them. But that's okay too. Hey, it's no problem. That is not causing irreparable harm to the league's reputation. But if it comes down to integrity, how the hell do you allow that flag to be picked up off the field? I mean, listen, it's already a farce that the NFL and the NFL Referees Association, they have in their bylaws, in that agreement, the collective bargaining agreement, that, you put together an all-star group of referees in the postseason. Makes no sense. That's like telling me that you're going to have a better quality game when you have the Pro Bowl, for instance, where you have all stars, than you will have any regular season game at all. Yeah, sure. So you take a bunch of strangers, most of whom have never worked with each other, and you put them together in the most important games of the season, and you ask them to work as a team, instead of letting them work with the teammates that they had for the first 17, 18 weeks of the regular season. Makes no sense to me either. But then again, I've never understood the point of how the NFL lets teams and owners get away with charging fans who are full season subscribers and patrons for those meaningless exhibition games, especially the fourth one where we know nobody plays that's worth a damn, right? Hey, let's not talk about integrity. But then again, I just go back to the same thing. You mean to tell me nobody's in the New York offices going, hey, maybe we should call these guys and tell them they got it wrong. Maybe you should review this play. I mean, this is a league that's built on reviews, isn't it? I mean, it's no problem. The guy runs 99 and a half yards and his knee may or may not have touched right before he dove into the end zone. So we got to spend 17 minutes to go ahead and review the play to go see whether or not the guy actually scored, even though we know after those 17 minutes he's going to score on the next down anyway. No, we have no problem with that, but God forbid a blatant call that potentially could have cost the Detroit Lions the game. We let that one slide. Don't understand it. Listen, the Lions shot themselves in the foot enough in that particular game. But you just have to draw a line somewhere and say, how can you let somebody get screwed like that? I mean, was it holding? Was it pass interference? Oh, I think it was both. I mean, could you have gotten Dez Bryant for coming off on the field to argue the play and the call with his helmet in hand? Hey, Desi, what the hell are you doing out there anyway in the first place? I mean, it's just a farce. But again, let's maintain the integrity of the game. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Tuesday video report. I feel so much better. I got that off my shoulders. I'm general manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping website in the world, and that, of course, is VegasSportsAdvisors.com. Coming off a 2-0 sweep last night with my free plays. William and Marion College basketball, the Chicago Bulls, and the NBA. 42-31 run with the plays I'm giving away for free here with VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And today I've got two more freebies for you, both in college basketball, and let's get right to them. First of all, I'm going to go with George Washington minus 15 points at home against St. Louis. Listen, these are not the same Billikens you grew accustomed to seeing the past couple of years. They lost most of their talent to graduation. They have problems defending, and they're not that team that's going to press you end-to-end and get the results like they did in previous seasons. They're coming off a 65-53 home loss to Rhode Island. Previous home game, they lost 70-55 to Vandy. This is their first road game since December 6th when they were crushed at Wichita State, losing by 29 points, 81-52. Meanwhile, George Washington is coming off a hard-fought win, 64-60 at St. Joe's. Okay, I lied. It really wasn't a hard-fought win. Don't be deceived by the final score because the fact is GW jumped out to a 20-some plus lead in the first half of that game and then had to watch St. Joe's, when they took the second half of the game off, make it a ported comeback try. Matter of fact, I think they narrowed it down to 3 points with about 6 or 7 seconds to go. But it was an easy win for GW. And now I kind of like taking a team that plays one half of a good game and then takes its foot off the pedal in the game prior, because the minute they hit the gym, the minute they had that next practice, probably on the bus ride or the plane ride home, they heard it from their coach. And they're going to come out with matches lit under their whats tonight and take full advantage of St. Louis. So it's a 15-point line, but I have no problems laying with George Washington. Listen, the Colonials' only losses this season have come to Virginia, nothing to be ashamed of there. Come against a very good Seton Hall squad, nothing to be ashamed of there. And against Penn State. How the hell they lost to Penn State is beyond me. But say, still, I think they're worth laying the 15 points. Another team I'm willing to lay the big numbers with, Kentucky. 22-point favorite tonight against Mississippi. Ole Miss, last road game, lost 78-74 at Dayton. Again, a deceiving final score, because reality is that they were down by double digits for most of the second half of that contest. You got a Kentucky team that's number one in scoring defense this season, giving up an average of 47.8 points a game. Number one in field goal defense this season, holding foes to 29.7% shooting. Wildcats idle since their hard-fought win at Louisville back on December 27th. Yeah, they could have some rust here, but at the same time, it's an SEC game, and I think they'll come fired up here. Of the two picks, I like George Washington more, but hey, I'm willing to lay it with Kentucky, a Kentucky team that has made me a lot of money. In fact, I had Kentucky as a free pick against Louisville a few weeks back. I had Kentucky as one of my biggest plays in the entire season when they demolished UCLA, and I'll ride the Wildcats once more here tonight. Remember, guys, you can get my best bet tonight, which happens to be another SEC game, Alabama and Texas A&M, plus the best bets of every single handicapper at VegasSportsAdvisors.com for free, no strings attached, simply by checking out the one-day free all-access pass. You get my plays, all the guys for free. Again, I don't want anything in return. You get it for free. And I do it because it's a great way for you to sample the wares of what's going on at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. You're getting over $1,000 worth of action for free. Again, no strings attached. I mean, you've got one of the handicappers, Gabriel DuPont, who tonight has got his 109 max wager winner, number 10 out of 11 since the beginning of December, his Big East game of the year, on St. John's and Villanova after he hit his dog of the year last night, South Alabama, an 8.5-point puppy, winning outright by 3 over Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas Little Rock, excuse me. That was a $100 play. You can get that play tonight. We got another guy, Scott Delaney, who's going for winning day number 10 out of 11. Past 10 days, he's made $10 bettors over $4,700. He's got a big $50 play tonight, his Big Ten game of the month, Ohio State, Minnesota. All those plays, including my best bet on Bama and A&M, all for free, no strings attached. So check it out, the one-day free all-access pass over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. That'll do it for this Tuesday video report. I wish you well, guys, and I'll catch you again here tomorrow on Roku when we do this one more time.